We are live, we are live, we are live, we are live. Yes, are we? Are we? Are we live? Let's check. Let me check. All right. Let's see. Not yet. Maybe. It says I am. Oh, I am. Let's see. It's so funny when it plays back like that. I don't know where I went. I don't know if he was hiding in here. What? Just take a minute, have a sip. Right. All right. Let's just go. Let's go. Good morning, Mark, by the way. Thank you for sending me a virtual cup of coffee. I appreciate it. I, of course, have my coffee. My coffee. We met with some new friends yesterday, and it was so funny how you don't want to see. Do you want to see my lipstick straw? Probably not. I'll try to. I can't hide it. It is what it is. So you can see my lipstick straw. And one person was talking about how she now drinks coffee black. I can't. And she said, literally it took her 2 days to not have any type of flavor in her coffee, and she's perfectly fine now. I need to have something. I need my milk, and I need my splash of pumpkin creamer. I don't care. I don't. My hips are not liking me for it, but I don't care. I need to have it. Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, October 18th of 2021. Craziness. Third week of October already. We're almost at Halloween time. I know. Oh, and I just have to point out that today I have my Steve Augeri t-shirt on. Friday. I really had all good intentions of filming my first video, which I did at 5:30 a.m. on Friday morning. And then I was going to go right into the news and change and put this shirt on. I forgot. I just did. I forgot. I can't help it. This weekend, I will let you know what I did. Hopefully you guys had an amazing weekend. The weather was absolutely beautiful here in Rhode Island. Honestly, it was just stunner. So nice. However, this morning is freezing cold. Got to get the jackets out for sure. Not going to go with the chunky sweaters yet. And I'm not really a chunky sweater girl anymore. I used to be. I can't stand it. I just want it off my body. I want nice, thin sweaters. I just cannot do the big ones. Went to many, many yard sales, which are going to be completely not happening anymore very, very soon. We're actually having our own this coming weekend. We have to get rid of so much stuff that I continue to buy and cannot sell. So we will be having that this coming weekend. I won't be going to any. Makes me sad. But gotta pair through the stuff. It has to happen. I got a ton of awesome vintage costume jewelry, went through all of that. This old costume jewelry, I just absolutely, some of it is so beautiful and so just lovely. The big chunky pieces, those are so in style right now. But anyway, and then moving on to Netflix, the series You started again. I watched the very first episode. It was a little hard for me to get through it. As much as I love the series You, I got through it. It was difficult. However, I think it will get better because it's just that crazy of a show. Yes, good morning, Mark. How are you? Thank you for waking me up. I appreciate it. I do. And also, Halloween Kills. We were going to go to the movie theater to see it. It's starring, it's starring Jamie Lee Curtis. But Kyle Richards from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, she was the original, who was she, Lindsay? Lindsay, from the 1978 movie Halloween, and she was in it. I told you guys last week, she really legitimately, allegedly, let's just say allegedly, supposedly broke her nose while filming the movie. But she had been talking about a nose job for a long time, so I wonder if maybe she didn't really break her nose while filming the movie, because she really didn't have a big part. Let's talk about that for a second. My guess, and really, if you watch it, if you like that type of thing, after I saw it, I'm like, she didn't really break her nose in the movie. She didn't do anything. She fell down once. So I don't think she really broke her nose in the movie. I think it was just an excuse to get a nose job. And we could have gone to the movie theater, however, it streamed on Peacock. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that app. They do have a lot of great shows on there, I will say, and we got to watch Halloween Kills on there at home in the comfort of our own home. It was great. It was really great, and I was exhausted Saturday night. I did an open house, for a friend of mine's, house listing. We did the yard sales early in the morning, of course. I do not sleep on a Friday night because I'm so excited about the sales on Saturday. Every Friday, it's the same thing. Every single Friday night, I'm awake at 2, just waiting. I'm like, "Is anyone out yet?" Probably not. I would get arrested. So it was a good weekend, really good weekend. And getting into classic rock raw. Mm, yeah, some interesting things. Steve Harwell, lead singer of Smash Mouth. Remember, they did All Star, Walking on the Sun, the cover of the Monkey song I'm a Believer that was in Shrek. Well, Steve, he's only 54 years old. Really, just a sad thing that's going on with him. He's been suffering from heart failure and cardiomyopathy for the past 8 years. And those illnesses have actually led him to have other health issues, I guess, including mental health issues. They didn't really come out and say that, so you're kind of reading in between the lines. I'm not really sure. Last weekend, Smash Mouth performed in upstate New York at the Big Sip Festival, and a TikToker named Haley really caught Steve at his worst. She did a whole video on it. He was slurring his words. He threw a can of whatever that was he was drinking into the audience. At some points, he was just standing there and he had his hand on his hip and he was just looking at the audience while the band was playing. And he really told someone in the audience that he was going to kill their entire family. He did. It's on there. It's really, really crazy. Now, a rep for the band said that his behavior was due to his health issues, but again, like I said, he was holding a can of something and it was called the Big Sip Festival. So was there maybe some alcohol overindulgence involved? Don't we don't know. Now, Steve was originally going to take a break from Smash Mouth, but after this whole episode happened, he announced his retirement and said, which I think is very cool, that he will be Smash Mouth's biggest fan as they will carry on. They're not going to disband. They will carry on and find themselves a new lead singer. So all the best to them. And hopefully, Steve, you get well. Barry Gibb. Why am I talking about Barry Gibb? Well, because he kept popping up in my feed. Not that there's anything really, sensational about Barry Gibb right now, but why not talk about Barry Gibb? Because he's just great. He is the only surviving member of the Bee Gees, and he recently turned 75 years old on September 1st. It's so hard. When I say these rockers, musicians' names, and then their birthdays, it puts me into a spin sometimes. I'm like, 75. Barry Gibb is 75 years old. Well, he's been out there talking about his 50th wedding anniversary lately. Now, the Bee Gees had their very first hit called Spicks and Specks in 1966. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. And that was also the very same year that he married his first wife, Maureen Bates. But 4 years later, they divorced in 1970. And that is the year that Barry married his now wife, 50 years later, Linda Gray. And they are still madly in love, those two. Now, Barry and Linda first met in 1967 when the Bee Gees hit Massachusetts. Remember that song? That was number one on the TV show Top of the Pops in London. And Linda was hostess of the week. Literally, she became Barry's hostess. And Barry knew when he first met her that he was going to be with her for the rest of his and her lives. But he was still married. We know what happened there, probably, mostly, allegedly. Yep, it happened. And they got married in 1970, and that's the same year that Barry got divorced. And I remember reading that his divorce was final 2 months before him and Linda got married. 5 kids and 7 grandkids later, Barry and Linda actually celebrated 50 years of wedded bliss last September. So this past September, it's been 51 years. And if you guys have not seen the 6-time Emmy nominated HBO documentary, How Can You Mend a Broken Heart? I highly suggest you watch it. I cried. I mean, we all know what happens, just like Bohemian Rhapsody, the movie. We all know that Freddie dies. I still, I think I've seen it 6 times already. I still cry because I feel so bad about Freddie and how it shouldn't have happened. It didn't need to. It All right, let's not go there. But I still cry, and I cried at the Bee Gees documentary. Good morning, Mary. How are you today? So yeah, Barry Gibb, Bee Gees. I gotta listen to some Bee Gees music throughout the week. And you know what it always is? The song of choice that I usually listen to all the time from them is Night Fever. I know, classic silliness, but I can't help it. I love it. Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Steven Van Zandt, or otherwise known as Little Steven, formerly of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, has launched his own line of cannabis products, including teas, candles, and lollipops. Yeah. So please, just a suggestion, do not leave your lollipops lying around so little Charlie could potentially pick one up and little Steven would be in big fat trouble. Yeah. On Little Steven's website, it says that cannabis is meant to provide a powerful feeling of well being and enriching your endocannabinoid system. I said that. I practiced it and I said it. With high CBD and low THC flowers, so it's less of a stoned high and more of a full body balancing effect with uplifting pep. Who does not need uplifting pep on a Monday morning? I know I do, but I don't have any of that. I did not. And I guess that from what I've learned in previous years of my life, THC, that's the bad part of marijuana, right? That's the bad part of it. So you don't want something with a lot of THC in it. Is there any in it? I don't know. I'm not versed on all of that. However, close by in nearby Massachusetts, Canna Provisions in both Lee and Holyoke, Massachusetts, will be carrying Little Steven's products, including some pre-rolled smoking tubes. Not sure if I can say the J word, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Not going to say the J word, right? I mean, I'm saying cannabis, but I don't know if you could say the word. I don't. There's a lot of rules. So, of course, these products can only be purchased by human beings who are 21 years of age or older, and you can find out more info on Steven's site at littlesteven.com. And I thought it was strange when we were at the Big E a few weeks back. Literally, there are billboards promoting cannabis products all over the place. And we were in Holyoke, Mass. That's where that's where we stayed. We stayed in Holyoke. The Biggie is in Springfield, Mass. So it was like 15 minutes away from the festival or whatever is where we stayed. And I'm like, wow, there's just a lot of billboards promoting this stuff. I guess, I don't know. You don't see that in Rhode Island. You see billboards for calzones, meatball subs. No, you don't see those either, but you should. Prosciutto. You should see billboards for prosciutto. It's good stuff. Vince Neil. I gotta have a sip before we start talking about poor Vince here. Yeah. Is it not a problem every single time Vince has been going out on stage lately? And I have to tell you guys, I feel bad. I do. Now it's to the point. I just feel bad for Vince. Last week, Gene Simmons literally almost fell off of his rising and lowering platform twice. He almost fell. He didn't. He could have been very, very hurt as well, but he was not, thankfully. Vince Neil, however, literally fell off the stage he was performing on. disturbing if you've seen the footage. This past Friday night, while Vince was performing at the Monsters on the Mountain Festival in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, I saw some footage, and the best footage, I think, on YouTube is from Kenny Bowman's channel. Whoever took that footage, was it Kenny himself? I don't know, but they were very close, and I think they got the best view of what really happened. Now, it looks like, Vince was just performing, just walking across the stage, and then I can still see it in my mind. It's just really sad, but when he fell off the stage, he had his guitar on, and his guitar went up like that. So did that cause any damage to him? It could have. The strap may have. I don't know. No one has said anything about that. But here's the stage, and then here are some ginormous speakers in between. So there was a little narrow space between the stage where he fell and the speakers. Narrow space. Vince falls, guitar goes up, and the guy wanted to continue performing for his fans. He did not want to leave. Ends up, Vince has got, I think, at least 2 broken ribs, maybe more. There's not a lot of info out there about really, what specifically happened to him. But his guitar players, his band, super professional. I mean, it was a Dana Strum, and I'm sorry, I don't know the name of the other guitar player. They were just like, what the heck is going on? You could tell they were so concerned what happened to Vince. And they kept playing for the fans just to keep everything moving while Vince was carried away. Well, he walked away and went to local hospital, I suppose. He has not put out anything on social media as of yet. I'm guessing today we'll get something. I don't know. This is as of right now. I haven't seen anything. But that poor guy, literally, it's something every single time he is outperforming. I just have to say, all of our best going out to Vince. And I do hope that everything rectifies itself. But you have to kind of wonder, is this maybe a sign for him to not do the stadium tour? I did say it. I said it. Because I just I don't know. The guy's really trying, though. You can tell he wants this to work. But it seems like obstacle after obstacle is just being put in his way. And sometimes, on the other end of the spectrum, when we have obstacles put in front of us, we want to push even harder to make sure that it works in our favor. So who knows? Maybe he's just going this is going to push him to the point of, you know what? I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to get myself into the best shape that I can. I have to say his voice did sound better. The little bit that I saw, because there wasn't a lot of lengthy footage. We still kind of like talk singing, but it was better than it's been in the past. I will say that. Didn't hear the whole show. Little bit I heard. That's what I gather. So again, it could go either way. He might say, I just can't do this anymore. Or this could push him to the point of just perfecting himself to the point of, listen, this is going to be it for me. This is going to be it, because the stadium tour is going to be huge. It's going to be a lot of intense work. It's going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of mental and physical abuse on everyone's body and voice and everything. And it's less than a year away, guys. Starts next June. So we'll see. We'll see. All of our best again going out to Vince Neil, and hopefully he gets well soon. He can get himself back on the stage, and we'll all be here to see what happens next. And I have to say, I would like to say a very special congratulations to one of our very supportive listeners, Kurt Andrews. Yes, everyone, if you can reach out to Kurt today, he announced that he officially retired from the North Haven Fire Department in Connecticut yesterday. 34 plus years.
That's a long time.
It would, you just scared the crap out of me.
Kurt Andrews retired yesterday, and you're just saying just now to the listening audience, And you know what Kurt Andrews did on his first night of retirement, Kiki?
Had something to do with music.
No.
What?
He took a video of his next door neighbor blowing leaves at 10 o'clock last night.
Oh,
So happy retirement to Kurt Andrews. Enjoy your life.
so there you go. That's gonna be his life now.
Hey, say good morning to Mark. He chimed in here earlier this morning. Mark's here for you.
Mark already sent me a virtual coffee. So
He sent you a what?
a virtual coffee.
Oh my God.
He did.
Oh my God.
So guys, if you can reach out to Kurt today and just, wish him a congratulations, that would be awesome. And any special events you'd like to send to me that you have coming up in your life, we just want to be here to support each other, because that's what our community has turned into. Our nice music community here has just turned into a great group of people that, we all love music. This is what has brought us all together. I say it all the time. I feel like a broken record. Get it? Broken record. But it is. This is what, it's all about: positivity. We're just trying to keep things light, bright, and happy. Granted, there are things in life that happen sometimes that are not light, bright, and happy. And we're going to talk about those as well.
Like leaf blowers.
Like Vince Neil, like Vince Neil. Mm-mm-mm. And yes, congratulations to Kurt. Everybody reach out to him today if you can. Have an awesome Monday. Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Mad Monday. Guys, remember to be kind to everyone. Stay strong. And always remember, most importantly, what is most important? Turn the music up wherever and whenever you can. And always remember to keep rocking. Happy Monday, everyone. I will see you tomorrow.